Oi, dweebs. We're talking about Water D Law. I don't know why his name is Water, but maybe because he has drip. So that's probably why his name Water D Law. You know what I mean? So cue the intro. First, know about Law's power, the OP or op fruit, because I watching the dub. So I think it's OP no me fruit or whatever. But I watching the dub. But in order to learn about his power, you got to know how he got the devil fruit and why he ate it. Law grew up in the white town. It's called White Town. And basically they had the coronavirus killing everybody, and he was sick with the white disease, and his skin was turning white, and he was gonna die anyway. And watch One Piece, but I'm just gonna give you a little snippet of it. And basically, Roxanne, in order to save Law's life, Roxanne, which is kind of like his father figure because his mom and dad died. Basically, they were spent months looking for this fruit because it's the only fruit that could save Law's life. And the Marines were willing to pay like 500 million berries for this fruit because of how OP it is, and you'll see why in a minute. But basically, he ate the fruit as a kid, and his dad was a doctor or a surgeon, so he always wanted to, he's inspired to be a surgeon. So it was a perfect fruit for him, and he's one of the most OP people in One Piece right now. We're gonna get straight into the powers. Let's get it. All right, the op fruit is a paramecia type devil fruit. You don't know what that is? Look it up. All right, it's a paramecia. Luffy's is Logia, so yeah. The user of the op fruit can create a sphere like space in one area. He calls it room, and he can manipulate anything that's in that area inside the little sphere like space. The Law can switch people and objects inside the sphere by shambles. It's called shambles, and he can switch with anybody. If he see you and you're in his space, shambles is raps. He's switching with you. There's nothing you can do. You're done for. The only way to not get hit by shambles is if you're not inside his sphere. That's sphere. That sounds weird saying it. Sphere. He can also switch souls, which I've seen on Punk Hazard. He switched the souls of like the Straw Hat crew, and Sanji was Nami, and he loved it. He was in Nami's body. He was going crazy. All right, Sanji was going crazy. I know Flamingo would frequently call it the ultimate devil fruit because just a little tidbit. Because it could grant anybody eternal youth in exchange for the user's own life. So if let's say I had the fruit, right? And you're like,
I want to be young forever.
Okay, here you go. But oh no, I'm dead now since I gave you that. So that's how that works. Tact allows him to levitate any object in his sphere. Counter shock is basically a defibrillator, and he can, stop your heart. He's a surgeon, all right? He's master of death, doctor of death, surgeon of death. He's all of that. He's a surgeon. So, of course, he has to have the defibrillator. He just so happens to create shocks out of his hand, and it shocks you, right? He's a doctor. Gamma Knife. He used this against Doflamingo in the freaking thing. Was the art card? Oh, my gosh. What is the art card? You know what I'm talking about. But he used it against Doflamingo at Dressrosa. Basically, what this does, he uses concentrated energy. He concentrates energy into a sword, and it pierces your organs without causing external, entry wounds to your body. So it's internally destroying your freaking organs and heart, kidneys, everything. He could basically kill you, destroy you, obliterate you from the inside without causing any external entry wounds. You look like how I look. You see my breast? That's how you look. But inside, I'm really just like, the little Mortal Kombat X-ray thing? That's how it is. Like, you don't see it from the outside, but you're getting destroyed in the inside. Now we're going to talk about some of his weaknesses. All right, some of the weaknesses of the op fruit. One of his weaknesses is he can only use one room. He can only create one. And the bigger it is, the harder it is to see and know if you're in one. But I think the larger it is, the more his stamina, is worn down. Because that's one of his weaknesses is it depletes a lot of stamina the more that he uses it. So after all you got to do if you want to defeat Law is to keep him fighting. Just keep him, fighting and keep him using his powers. And of course, he can only use his powers in a specific sphere area. So he can only use his powers if he's inside the sphere. I bet y'all don't know this. This little tidbit, last part about this if a Logia type user like Smoker gets, he's inside the sphere, right? But he can turn into smoke. If Law cuts like his finger or his arm off, the rest of his body can turn into a smoke. But that specific body part that Law cuts off or has control of can't turn into smoke anymore. So that's basically how that works for Logia types. If y'all are wondering, but I hope this helps because definitely I needed this because I know I'm on whole cake right now, so I haven't caught up with everything. But Law's power definitely. I was like, wait, what does tech mean? What's the difference between tech and gamma knife and counter shot and all that? I hope this helped. You know, King of the Dweebs. I don't know what else to say. Like, if this helped you, comment. What powers I should do next. I'm gonna do some more JoJo stuff. Let me know if y'all want to see more videos of me dressed up as the king of the pirates himself. Um, yeah, uglyroetv. We outie.